Never heard of that. Weird. Your Pokemon get stronger the more you use them. Well, yeah, that makes sense. But the thing is, like, I did the thing where, like, you know how you can, like, make them hold the thing that allows them to share XP? Like, I did that, but I kept most of my fire types on me. And so we always just battled it out. And yeah. Had a number designed to incentivize you sticking with the same Pokemon, etc. Well, now, if that's how that shit works, then I should be okay, because, like, I'm the kind of person that sticks to, like, probably 5-ish Pokemon, give or take. I got 2 potions left. That should be enough to do this. So, generally speaking, I kind of, like, stick to it. I think I gotta refight them all. I know. But, yeah. I know, like, my partner and also my brother were the same kind of people that they swap out their Pokemon, like, every other, like, battle, and mostly try to tactfully approach it, but as a result, they just, like, interchange them, and none of them are ever really strong. Whereas I would have a few, and the handful that I had were, like, really, really strong, to the point where nothing else was worth my time to change over to it. And it never made sense as a kid, and I'm like, I just felt like it was an attachment thing, sort of, more than anything. I probably should have swapped you over, but actually, I guess at 13, let's do some fighting. It's got Tackle and I've got Splash. I don't actually know if Splash has been working. Okay, so Splash actually has no fucking effect by the look of it. Let's swap you over and get this done. Another mechanic that lets you win, even with just sticking with the suboptimal choice. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's kind of like how fucking Ash with Pikachu, if you think about it, like, he uses Pikachu against things that are basically, like, not right for that. I'm gonna try to get it to burn. Kind of meant to mimic the mantra from the series about training your Pokemon well and loving them, bringing out their full potential. Well, then the whole attachment thing is meant to... Is it meant to be a way by design? The smartest decision Game Freak made. Yeah, I kind of... Whoa. Fuck's sake. I do kind of, like, feel like, actually, hold up. I would say let Splashing take the hit, because it won't get hit as bad. He uses Pikachu against stuff that literally is immune to Pikachu. He'll win sometimes. They really stretch it hard in the series. That's how I feel about it, though. It's like, to me, I feel like they purposely choose to shove in your face that's like, oh, the one Pokemon that you, like, really, really, like, love and care about, it can win if only you just, like, persist. And, like, there's a good amount of us out there that are, like, really, really, like, persistent on, like, playing with just, like, the one. This isn't the best, because I haven't even fought fucking... I may have to go level up by the look of it. But I can't get to past 30, or otherwise, like, Charm will have issues and shit. So I'll probably have to go ruffle around in some grass. Go roll in the grass for a bit. Yeah, I don't know. Like, literally Ash just launches Pikachu at, like, most things as if it's, like, I don't know, some kind of, like, a defective fucking explosive or something. It's like, it's faulty. It may or may not blow up and, like, result in, like, winning the battle, you know? But yeah, I do the same kind of thing. Like, I just get really stubborn and I'm like, cool, I'm just gonna play with this fire type against water. Like, later when I'm up against, you know the guys that use the Houndooms and Houndowers? I'll absolutely get, like, thrown over with that. Because, like, it is so fucking hard to beat them with a fire type. But yeah, I'm gonna still do it. Like, I didn't learn my lesson when I was 10. I sure as shit ain't about to learn it now. And not only getting higher levels, but also having used them a ton. There's a cool mechanic in Gen 1 or 2. You can mix with your EVs. I missed a bit there. In later games, they made it so there's only a certain amount of EVs you can get to increase the competitive strategies of how you train your Pokemon. That's fair. I'm gonna lose this. I obviously have to go and, like, rummage in, like, the grass and shit. It's no will to fight. Fine. I do like that Splashing. I love that that fits too. I I also like the fact that it's well appropriate for the Magikarp. It's certainly not for like when it turns into Gyarados, because splashing will be like ridiculous name for it. Alright, we only have Splash left, by the way. Yep. Go for it, man. I could heal it. I could... Actually, I don't have any more healing things. That's fine. Okay. So, yeah, two losses. We gotta go roll around in some grass. By the look of it. That's a little bit of a shame. Yeah, I do want to save the game. Oh, man. Cool. So, I guess let's go locate grass. I also would have lost all of my healing things. This is Bike Store, isn't it? Yeah. Is there... Oh, I won't be able to get down there. Trainer tips. Pressing B button during evolution cancels the whole process. Yes. No. I don't think I can access grass. I sure as shit don't have money anymore. I can't get up there. I can't fight the gym. That was all locked off up the top there, so I can't go that way, which means I guess we're going back in the cave. And... Oh no, there's grass over here. Wait. Alright. Some grass to roll around in. So obviously, like, I probably need it to be, like, closer to maybe, like, a 25 or something like that. It'll be a lot of this. But I also might find a better Pidgey. So, well, sorry, not a better Pidgey. Fuck's sake, let's not replace that. I might find another Paris, maybe. I don't think the Splash works at all because it just doesn't work. So, I'm going to assume that it does not. Also, if I can get, while I'm out here, I might actually change over Pidgey to first. Splash just literally does nothing move. I don't know, I feel like Splash used to actually be like a water type attack. I feel like it was. Like, passing your turn. That's why I've been spamming it, because like I remember it being a water type attack. Like, not like a novelty like trollolol, I'm flailing wildly at you, because flail and like splash are kind of like two different creatures. There we go. Alright, I want to try to level up Pidgey out here, because Pidgey's going to help me in the fight. Now, obviously in gym battles and shit like that, I could change over, but I think going through gym battles, I haven't got one of you. Pidgey might be able to actually attack you. Yeah, I love how in Pokemon, quick attack is actually a way to like jump the queue and like get right up in their face first hit. I don't want it to attack the second time. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to stretch. Damn it. I'm gonna kill it. Oh, nice. Have you guys ever felt like when you're playing Pokemon and sometimes you're listening to music, you just have that feeling to the music that something is or isn't gonna happen? Because I always have. Let me know about that. Because like when I'm doing something, like when that attack hit, I didn't feel like it was actually gonna kill him. I'm like, something about the music makes me feel like it won't die. You know? That should go into my fighting queue too. Bites anything when it attacks small and very quick. It is common sight in many places. Alright. I'm pretty sure I called it like Rack Attack or something when I was a kid. But I don't remember. So, no. It's never done anything in any game. And the point is to make Magikarp be completely useless. You have to really want to invest in a Magikarp, try and evolve it. If you do, you get a massive reward. I don't find it's too much of an effort for like a Magikarp though, because like all you do is you put it first in the queue, and then like you just share the attack with everything else. And then later if you get the share thing, the share XP thing that they hold, it's even easier because they just sit in your inventory and they happen to have, like, they get, like, fixed up from it. Like, you never have to change over your Pokemon. I did that for leveling up some of my, fire types, actually. They did give it a Z move, though, in Gen 7. You can raise your attack stats 3 times. I forgot about that, lol. I don't know. Right, but it was little Timmy Gamer. What? Right, but what little Timmy Gamer is going to be like, oh, yeah, I really want to keep using this useless fish that literally only knows how to splash around. Me? My brother was more persistent with it, but like, I still like kept them. I keep blowing them away. Oh, that's funny. I thought the Rattata was like, I guess it's like too high of an attack for it. Either way, I guess I'll fix it over. I don't have any more health things, that's fine. I'll be changing it over when I attack. That's hilarious. I don't know, I was like one of those kids where as soon as I learnt that you could get XP by like swapping them and stuff, like that was enough for me. I'm like, whatever like Pokemon I had that wasn't really strong enough, or in this case was hurt, I just swapped them over. I also love the fact that Rattata looks like a fucking cow in the inventory. Because like, it's a rat, you know? I was like, oh, maybe eventually it gets good. I don't know, I was never really like that. I'm just like, it's a Pokemon, it's gonna evolve. I'm pretty sure, obviously, I'd watched Pokemon and shit as a kid, right? Like, I watched TV, it was around about the time that I was that age, and so my thoughts on it were just like, oh, this is what it's gonna become, and that's cool. I just don't know when it's going to become that, so therefore I have to keep playing with it until it eventually evolves. Like, that's kind of just how it worked. Because, like, a lot of these games were kind of back in the era, like I said, like with Diablo 2, where you just didn't have the information, like, you didn't have somebody else's information to, like, just step into the game and just sort it out. Like, after a while, like, forums became a thing and stuff, but, like, not about the time these were out. I think this is still I feel like this is still in the era of, like, when DOS was around, but it's probably not. It's probably after that. I feel like we maybe had DOS on our computer for a bit longer than we should have. Yeah, I didn't watch the show at all, so I didn't have the knowledge. It was on TV early enough for me to catch it before school. It wasn't on TV early enough. See, it was on this program called Cheese TV here in Australia, and Cheese TV would have Dragon Ball Z, it would have Pokemon, and it would have Sailor Moon, not in that order. And in the afternoon, you also had Pokemon, I think. A different fucking, like a recap, but not the same show, kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, we got to watch a lot of anime first thing in the morning, and it was really up to who got to the TV first. As to, like, there was two channels, and one had Pokemon, and fucking hell, I'm all over the place with this. Basically, there was like two TV channels in my area that had like cartoons, right? One of them was Cheese TV, and it had definitely Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon and Card Captors, sorry. The other one had fucking Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. And the other one repeated its cycle in the afternoon. So if you missed it in the morning, you could watch in the afternoon. So it wasn't a huge deal, right? It aired before and after school. And basically, like, in the mornings, my brother, if he got to TV first, we had to watch Dragon Ball Z. And if I got to TV first, then I got to watch, like, either fucking Sailor Moon or, like, I think it was, like, Pokemon then Sailor Moon. That was my choice. Kind of stuff. And it's complex fucking rules growing up. Anyway, so I kind of got to watch all the Pokemon, and of course, like, back then you just didn't have that much variety on like daytime TV and stuff, so you know, you also had the shows repeat several times over. You had binge watching weekends or like a week of something. Like, we had a Digimon weekend, which was like a Digimon marathon all weekend long for like 3 days, some long weekend at some point. So like I sat down and I binge watched all of Digimon again, and like there were just events like that. So like I grew up with Pokemon. I do think I was either a year younger or a year older than Ash. Chronological age to like when it was on TV. So I was either 9 or I was 11. I suspect I was 9. And yeah. So fucking complex shit. UK TV was only 5 channels until Freeview came along, which were only really popular around 05 onwards. I just can't remember all the TV channels and stuff when I was a kid. Because like most of the time, like pretty much once Dad taught me how to set up like pre-recording of a channel, because you used to be able to pre-record a channel and then I think you had to have it on that channel. Like if somebody changed it, it would automatically like record the other one. But when we got, because we got Foxtel at one point in our area later down the track, and so many cartoons, and apparently you could record what was on TV or on Foxtel, one of the two, and you just had to like set it up right. Once that happened, it was great because like I could just record, like I could set it up to record like Sailor Moon or Card Captors or whatever, and I could watch like whatever and or Scratch, yeah. And yeah, basically like we would just kind of like just sit down and watch stuff. Like that's really when I started getting into DBZ too as well. Oh, I want to fight you because like I was able to just watch my shit later. I think that was around about the time my brother started working, because once he started working I had like the afternoons with the TV and shit. Anyway, there's a lot of like confusion in around that, because basically like there was so many years of schooling, different shows airing at different times, and like what was around and stuff like that. It was just like all over the place, you know. So I don't know, it's just a lot of stuff. But yeah, Pokemon was new and interesting as a TV series, right, at the time. But the game itself was also new and interesting, because basically back then, like apart from the fact that obviously I was a kid, so all these games were new and interesting and like just coming out and stuff, but the other thing too is playing them, like they were all no information out there for them kind of stuff, like unless somebody you knew stuff about it. So it was fun because, you know, you'd waste hours just going and exploring a room just to find out if like some part of the wall happens to be like a fake section of wall that you could like path through and get an Easter egg or a spare Pokeball or like fucking who knows what, depending on the game that you're playing and stuff. It was worth the time to just fuck around and find out and stuff. And like, I'm sure that there were a few people that really did probably care at the time about whether or not they could like make a good build. But the thing is, everybody's build was their own build. That's the thing, is I kind of feel like each person just had their own like of course there's lots of people out there that would have like overlapped and stuff, right? Easily. But each person would have got to create their own like style of like play and characters and stuff. And of course, like school-age kids, you just go and compare notes the next day at school kind of thing. It's like if somebody at school happened to have the same game too, that would be even better, because then you could talk about it and stuff. Obviously, Pokemon was such huge hype. Like I said, this is like the era of like Game Boy and type stuff. I don't think it's for this one specifically, but the later ones. And everybody would be walking around for Game Boy, and Pokemon was on TV, and people were playing Pokemon on fucking Game Boys walking around, and yeah, it was kind of like, oh, you know, facts. Everybody, there's a lot of people, a big pool of people that can like give you answers and stuff. What am I looking for here? Pokemon. Charm's like 23. I just want to see how close they are to leveling. Now, I don't think 1 or 2 levels are going to be enough, but I'm still going to try. So if anybody can hear Phoenix howling in the background, he's fine. It's nighttime if he does this. No. Alright. I swear he does not howl during the day. Like, he does a little bit, but like not like this. It's as soon as it's nighttime, it's like he enjoys his own echo. You mate. Alright. Did I catch a... No, yeah, I got a Spearow. I'm like, for a second there, I'm like, did I catch a Spearow earlier? I like full on fucking forgot. But the other thing too is the other Pokemon that I caught earlier, the Rattata, might have like a half decent chance like holding its own in like the other battles too. So there we go. Okay, if I could get... How much XP are you giving? That's probably 12-ish. Pokemon? Maybe? For a second there, like, I heard my neighbor's car start up, and I'm like, huh, it's like almost 5 a.m. And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is a weekday. Because I'm like, I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, why didn't I hear that yesterday? And I'm like, okay, so basically, usually I stream RimWorld on Tuesday, right? And I usually have Wednesday as a random games night. And so it felt very much like Saturday was Tuesday, and it felt like Sunday was Wednesday. And then playing this today, like, obviously it's just part of the Billathon, like my brain's kind of like got it now. But I'm still a little bit confused for what day of the week it is. And, oh, Peachy grew. Nice. That's gonna help. Oh, quick attack. Nice. Yeah, so obviously, like, I'm pretty sure yesterday was a Monday. Today's... I don't know what day it is. I don't. I think, yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Fuck's sake, I swear. Okay, so part of why it gets confusing for me with, like, dates and times and stuff is because, like, I wake up at night, and obviously over midnight changes into the next day. And so when I think about, like, what day is it, I'm only up for a few hours before it's technically the next day. But for me, it's the same day. So when I wake up, it can be Monday, and when I go to bed, it's Tuesday. But when I wake up next, it will also still be Tuesday. And then, you see what I mean? It gets really complex because I'll be talking about yesterday, but then my yesterday is yesterday night, and then, but yesterday is also technically, like, yesterday the day. It's complex. It makes it real difficult to keep track of sometimes. No, I was gonna say I'm like 4:45 a.m. Jeez. Wild. I'll probably get used... Do you know what's gonna happen is when my streams change back to being 4 hours, it's gonna be really weird for me. Because I'll have done this for 2 weeks, and then all my streams will feel like ultra short. Mind you, lately, pretty much since November, a lot of my streams have been creeping up in hours because a lot of the games I'm playing have been causing that. And so it'd be kind of like nice to do this and then go back to that, because then I'll feel like I have so much fucking free time. Like, I will probably, like, probably not like binge shows or anything like that specifically, but I'll probably start off with, like, sleeping the fuck out of my week, and we'll see how I go from there. I want to pretty much until I run out of Ember, because, like, out here this is fine, and then I can go heal myself and stuff. Like, realistically, I could go pop my nose back into the cave and try to catch a couple of Pokemon, but I have, like, a type advantage here, so it's easier to, like, take on a Pokemon, defeat it, get the XP next battle kind of thing, you know? Mind you, I'm not probably getting a huge amount of XP because they're all, like, level 10s and shit, but still, at least Pidgey's getting some. Because, like, it would be great for splashing to keep getting more XP, but splashing is not going to help me in that battle. And I need at least 2 Pokemon to be half okay. Like, Charm's obviously substantially more ahead of the others, but the others will catch up once I kind of, like, you know, when, like, the XP is so far, like, such a high number that, like, the others will, like, slowly catch up, and then, like, it will start being that they're only, like, 1 or 2 levels behind kind of thing. It's just how it kind of, like, feels. Like, I got 40 XP from that. Okay. Pretty much either until we run out of moves or until Charm levels. They are all 10s here, aren't they? It would be so cool to come across, like, something other than these 2, but I feel like this particular patch of grass... Well, actually, there's Rattatas in there too, so there's 3. But I'm like, it would be pretty cool to come across something else. Just for variety's sake. That's the only difficult thing I do find about Pokemon. is that when you are in an area, I guess this is maybe what people like about like the variety of Pokemon being everywhere in like Pokemon Go and like other games and stuff, is like you can encounter any type of Pokemon anywhere and there's diversity in each battle and shit. Whereas I quite like the concept of like, you know, the Pokemon appropriate to their areas and zones and shit. But then like obviously when you've got to fight them over and over again, it's like, mind you, actually Ekans, that's 4. I guess that is 4 out here. Hold on. I somehow got into... Pretty sure Bind and Confusion do attacks for 3. Oh, it's only 2. At least they're not getting blown away and I'm getting XP from this. I like the concept of potentially like using a gust so strong that it apparently sends a snake flying into somebody else's business. It's a amusing thing. I also used to find, do you remember when you used to walk around and then you turn around behind you like immediately and there was always a Pokemon like right behind you after you've been walking for a little bit? I always thought it was really interesting, like as if it was like following you. Yeah. I used to get that stuff like a fair bit. I'd kind of like do it on purpose because I'm like, oh, as soon as I turn around, there'll be like a whatever following me through this grassy area and stuff. Mate. I gotta adjust my headset a little bit. There we go. Alright. Well. Actually, as level 8, that would only be like 30 something. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not even getting like 40 consistently. There we go. Bingo. It's, not like, oh, it's learnt Rage. Hold on. Yeah, alright. I didn't remember what Rage was. Rage is like it attacks for multiple turns, I'm pretty sure. And that would be why I don't remember Bide. I got Bide and learned Rage. Man. Alright. Get the fuck out of this grass. Go heal them up. I don't think I've got any money to buy a, like, potion. It'd be great if I could. If I could get a potion, I could probably do the battle. But I probably... Like, obviously I haven't fought anybody, so I haven't got money. It's gonna be still difficult. It's gonna be even harder. It's gonna be even harder because, oh, what do you call it? I can't heal them and stuff. Oh, go on. Alright. So it should only be Misty. But, hold up, before I do this battle, I want to swap you to be first for this fight. Because that, I think, gives me a better chance. Because I should be able to hit water. I should be able to hit it before it hits me with water. Alright, there we go. Alright. Yeah, I gotta remember to, like, reorganize shit when I do, like, gym battles and shit. Alright. I do remember, like, some of these, like, taking me a few goes. I always remember Misty took a bit because obvious, like, attacks and shit. I do think I had to be, like, a 25 for her. But let's start with you. Now, I would like to see Rage. I'm pretty sure Mega Punch does a good attack too. I'm pretty sure Rage is, like, multiples. Oh, it's a critical hit too. That will help. It's X defend on Staryu. Cool. That's not an attack that's gonna hurt me. The only time that Rage was a problem was when something would, like, harm me and I couldn't get it out to stop before it would die. It's building attack rows. Nice. Please do a critical. Ah. That's another water gun. I'm at half-life now. Oh, it's Rage is building... it's for 4. Like, we're gonna get rid of Staryu, maybe. Oh, not enough. That's probably gonna kill it. Fucking close. Charm, you're gonna die and not get XP. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no. There goes Charm. Fucking close though. If I had got like a second critical hit, that would have been great. Okay, let's bring out Pidgey. So splashing is basically useless. But this seemed to be... Well, that was pretty good. That was pretty powerful. Let's try quick attack, see if I can get this before it hits me.